kids, welcome back to Roto Talk.
Bam! Hey kids, welcome back. Happy Sunday morning-ish, afternoon, whatever. Man, it's been a shitty couple of weeks. I'm telling you, it's been just so far fucking behind on everything. But I have some serious stuff and some funny stuff. So, one thing, I have not forgotten about my buddy in Croatia who designed the quad frame. I am going to go over it. I just haven't wired it up yet. I put my canopy on it. And his looked more like a standard Proton type of frame. He had the, standard top over it, but I'm putting my canopy on top because I just like it better. But I have not wired it up yet. As you can see, I just slapped it together, and then I got sidetracked with a bunch of work and family stuff and whatever. So this is going to be up next week. We're going to do flight test with it. Very, very cool. F40 Pro 2s and Micro FC and ESC and all that stuff. So that's going to be fun. I got a couple I have to wire up. I got this one too, which was actually a poor boy. Well, it's not really a poor boy, but same principle. I got to do that one too. It has issues. But anyhow, and I've still got my drone wings sitting over there. My buddy Patrick and I are going to, well, I'm building them and we're going to fly them together. Still brand new in the box. I did the overview for you guys, Project Condor, and yeah, haven't gotten anywhere with that either. Got a new boat in kit that I haven't done that either. I haven't done anything. I fixed a couple quads for some friends, but I got some funny stuff, and then something very serious here coming up. Remember my car and boat radio, and my smoking hot wife shut the garage door and it broke the battery. You know how they usually sit up and it's got a battery case, I tried to epoxy it, and the epoxy did not hold, so I modified it. I basically just designed and 3D printed a TPU that goes off, and I put a LiPo 3S battery in the handle, and I just slide this little cover over it, and now there you go. Kind of funny. And the other thing, I said the other day, I think the last video I did was on my big Pro Boat Rockstar, and I put a new engine in it, and I said, hey, if the weather's nice, I'm going to run this thing. Yeah, it has not been fucking nice since. It's been cold and raining. It's raining today. It's been raining all over the place. A lot of my friends all over the country is like, yeah, it's rain, rain, rain. So I'm thinking the other day, my old dumbass is too fragile nowadays to get in cold water, and you know me, my boat's going to stall or crash or sink. So I thought I need a retrieval system, but I didn't feel like ordering a cheap little RC boat, or I didn't feel like making a cheap little RC boat, I should say, to go out and push it back. So look what I designed and printed up. I call her the Get Her Back. Check this out. And I did not design. The only thing that I made, really, is the tube. 100% 3D printed. Check this out. I got on Thingiverse and found a pistol grip for, it's not for a gun, though it looks like one, obviously, but I think it's for a camera or something, like a gimbal. And then I took it and modified, did some, what did I use? One of my editors, I don't know, but I edited it and made it so the tube would fit in there, and we CA glued it. Then this one guy on there had this really cool fly fishing reel that I took and I modified a couple things on with that. And it did have a clicker in it, but I broke the clicker already. It's just a little zip strip. But anyway, it is a little, spinny thing. Then I put the fishing reel, hope you like fishing, put the string in there, and then I found some dude had made a grappling hook, but it was real small. It wasn't big. And I boosted it up. Thing weighs a ton. I'm probably going to sink the boat by throwing the fucking thing. And you just fold this in here like that. You stick it in the hole, blah, 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 blah. And I left it open-ended, so if I ever want to put a CO2 in there, boom, I can shoot it. But anyway, it's called the Get Her Back. And basically, you can launch this, just give it a fling like a fishing rod, basically, and hopefully over the boat, not into the boat. And then I've got to put some padding on it. And then reel it in. Just kind of fun. I don't know. The Get Her Back. Good stuff. So yeah, I got some business stuff to do at the beginning of the week, but we're going to do some quad stuff. We're going to do some drone wing stuff, and that's about it. Coming up this week. Couple things. Did you guys hear about that fucking shooting at the synagogue in, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh? What a bunch of cunts. I can't... Some 47-year-old dude, I think, with a AK-47 or, one of those type of guns. I'm not, AR-15 I think it was, doesn't matter what it was. Went into a Jewish synagogue and blew a bunch of people away. It's like, really, dude? I don't understand the whole... I guess it's good I don't understand. I tell my wife that all the time. It's like the anti-Semitism thing, with the Jews, and it's like, you hate somebody for their religion, and it's just... The fucker lived, and he's in custody. They need to just jackrabbit his ass and just kill him. But anyway, absolutely fucking stupid. I do have, on more of a serious note, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to do this video right now. Look at that. That's not the serious note, but look at that stupid knuckle. I burnt myself. Anyway, a very, very dear friend of mine, he just found out this week, and this week's been fucked up. Like I said, maybe it was last week, but last 2 weeks have just been shitty. That his wife has breast cancer, which is really, really sad. And I don't know the logistics or the politics of the hospital and whatever, but they're asking for payments up front and all this other stuff. So he started, or somebody in their family started a GoFundMe, and here is a picture of his wife, and it below is the link to the GoFundMe. I guess they're trying to raise $5,000, which really, in the grand scheme of things, isn't much. If everybody donates a couple bucks, bam, you're done. I still need to do mine. But anyway, very, very, very good friend of mine, and his wife's a beautiful soul as well. So if you guys can find it in your hearts, maybe drop a buck or two to that GoFundMe so they can get her treatment started. Very, very fucking sad. I've had a lot of people in my life have cancer. A few survived. My father being one who did not survive. And I took care of him when he was sick with very terminal cancer, horrible, horrific cancer. And it was a form of bone cancer, but it was that kind where, well, they don't know if it was bone cancer actually, because it metastasized so fucking fast. He was dead. He went from dad to baby, infant to dead in like 2 months. Absolutely horrific. But I've had a lot of other friends and family with it too, so my heart does definitely go out to them. Some of my best friends have had it, some have survived. A horrible thing, and I just I shudder to think what they're going through. So our prayers are with you, brother, and your wife. So if you guys can find it in your heart to at least spread the link around. If you can, if you can't donate or whatever, that's fine. But get the word out. It's breast cancer awareness type of thing. And please help them out. And, paste, I don't have Facebook, but, paste it on Facebook and all this other stuff. That would be really, really awesome. I appreciate that. So yeah, prayers are with you, brother, and your family. So, on that note, it's not really on that note. I'm going to recap. Last week, this is funny. We always got to do some funny stuff. I went on our annual camping trip. Now, I use this term camping very fucking loosely. Okay, we did this last year. We did it this year. Do it next year. JJ RotoGeek does not camp. I am not a woodsy type of guy. I like the woods. I like taking a hike. I don't like animals that are bigger than me. I don't like bears. I don't like dinosaurs or whatever the fuck else is out in the woods that are going to eat you. And I do not do tents. I do not do anything without electricity. I am not Amish. So, yeah. So this is what JJ RotoGeek calls camping. And basically what this is a very, very nice cabin with all the can't speak today, with all the comforts of home, plus a hot tub. But it is in the woods. But it's very, very, very nice. But you have not lived until you've rented a 2-room cabin. I guess that's what it was. Is that 2-room? Yeah, pretty much. Two room and a bedroom. It's a beautiful area. It's in Hocking Hills, Ohio. And gorgeous, gorgeous cabin. And it's got a hot tub, which is all I care about. My goal is to get from the house to the cabin without killing anybody, meaning the 3 women I live with, and getting smoking hot mama with a drink in her hand in the hot tub at night after the kids are in bed. Bam! That is the only thing I care about. She was a photographer. She likes doing the woods and the camping and all that crap. It's absolutely fucking hysterical, though, to watch me make a fire. The people put out, firewood and all this other stuff, and they put out a big thing of charcoal lighter, for grills. I use like 3/4. We have the whole thing on video. It's really funny. My kids are screaming because flames are coming straight up, and I'm burning I didn't burn myself on that. But there's flames everywhere, and we're roasting marshmallows, and my idea of cooking out is we made a pizza in the oven and we carried it out to the fire. That's the JJ Roto Geek thing. But it was fun. That's where I was all week, and most of the week we came home Thursday night, I think. But absolutely hysterical. I mean, one bathroom, 3 chicks and me, and it's really a 2-person kind of what do you call it? Honeymooners getaway type of thing. But we bring 2 little girls with us, so I slept on the couch the whole fucking time. So aside from the hot tub action, I got less sleep on vacation than I do at home. But it was fun, and we had a good time. We had good weather. Wife got her pictures. Kids got to breathe some air. And I wasn't allowed to bring any RC stuff with me at all, which is fine. So anyway, I just want to say, hey, I am still alive. And next week, hopefully, we will be doing some quad videos. Actually, my buddy Pat sent me this. I gave him a frame too. And what is this thing again? Diatone. Whatchamacallit. I can't remember the fucking name. The thing is like a lead sled. Look at this. He gave this to me. And it's got Diatone motors, 2306, 2450, good old-fashioned. This is, just a fucking thing. But ironically enough, I have built every frame on Earth, just about, except a Diatone. And I always wanted one. I always thought this hood thing was pretty cool. And I don't even know if he ever flew it. If he did, he flew it pretty damn nicely because there's not a scratch on the damn thing. So yeah, we're going to build this up too. I'll throw some guts in it. My theory on frames, and please chime in, guys, because that's what this is about. My theory on frames is it's a fucking fancy motor holder. Like in my industry, I used to get really pissed off because I'm a industrial robotic engineer, and primarily in thermodynamics, so welding, lasers, things like that. And so I spent most of my life welding with a robot, all over the world. But people used to say a robot's just an expensive torch holder. And it used to piss me off, because I took it personally, because I'm like the robot guy, And, but they're right. Without the torch, just a fucking thing that moves back and forth. And in my opinion, that's what a quad frame is. You can judge a quad frame on sturdiness, flexibility, how much elasticity do you have, like this one. Actually flexes pretty decent considering how thick it is. And what is that, 5 mil? Looks like it. That might be more. Fuck me, I don't know. No, that's like a 6 mil? Oh no, I'm looking wrong. Yeah, 6 mil. Damn, fucker's thick. But it actually flexes pretty good. You want a little bit of flex in your frames. But you don't want too much because then you get, harmonics, but you have to have elasticity. If your tensile strength is too high or it's too thick and firm and, has zero flex at all, it's like flying a piece of glass, bam, and it shatters. And it's the same thing. It's like my friend in Croatia, not Croatia, oh my God, that designed the Zen frame that he sent me. Yeah, and it's an awesome frame. It's very light, tons lighter than this. I'm sure it will fly fine. It's got nice narrow arms, so it's going to cut wind fairly well. And putting my canopy on there cuts the wind way better than a flat plate on top. Let's see, do I have one with a flat plate? Yeah, here's one with a flat plate. Here's a Proton, an unmodified Proton that a friend of mine gave me, which will be modified very shortly. But this is basically what the normal Proton looks like. And when you got that big flat thing shooting through the air, you tell me which has better aerodynamics, right? So that's why I'm not a fan of plates. I'm going to take that plate off and probably put a canopy on there too. And plus the canopy, we have a little bit of airflow, keeps everything cool. And but people that get all anal about aerodynamics with a fucking quad frame, I don't know. It's just like they're fancy motor holders. I'm sorry. You judge it. Here's a Jadina. Right, with Wild Willie 2700 kVs, nightmare. Vertical arm frame flies very, very, very fucking different than a normal frame because it's like flying with a rudder. It flies different, and I know, and we all know, that I am not a great pilot. My skill level isn't high enough, honestly, to be able to tell the difference between flying this one and this one, probably. I will tell the difference in the weight. That is for sure, because when you have a really heavy bird and you're coming down full speed and you goose it and do a flip or whatever, and you're trying to get back up off the ground, the heavier the bird, the more inertia you're going to have, momentum. So, yeah, I get that. But when it comes to my opinion is quality of the frame. Does it hold up? And the weight is really about it. Because, yeah, these arms are narrower and these are thicker. This is cross-hatched, cross-hatched carbon fiber. This is not. This is that snake pattern standard stuff. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm also one of those proponents that, this is probably the most expensive frames I use. I've got a couple Jadinas, and I absolutely love them, and they do fly very differently. But aside from that, a vertical arm versus... Okay, let's take this. Let's take a Headhunter. All right, Mocha Simplex Pro. Color-changing Headhunter, no less. Scuff there. This flies different just because it's a Headhunter. The motors are inverted. It does fly different. The control is different. Not a ton. The efficiency is better. But realistically, I mean, this frame was designed to have the motors on top. This is an adjacent thing. Yeah, it's just... Anyway, Mocha also has a new frame coming out that is designed to be a Headhunter. So I take a little bit of applause for that. That is called... Oh, fuck. He didn't ask me to plug it. I'm trying to remember what the name of it is now. Damn it. Not a Tornado. Shit. I can't remember. I'll put it right here so you can hear it. See it. Damn. Brain fart. See, this is what happens when I don't drink. But anyway, getting back to the point. I don't know. It's like a frame's a frame just about. I know a lot of people are going to piss on me about that. If the quality is good and it holds up, rock it. Rock and roll. I like the ability, is it an easy build? Does it give you access to things? And, like putting my canopy on, you guys just saw, makes it harder. That's a much harder build than doing a flat top. Much harder build. Because you kind of have to build the components within the hood or the top of it. So, when people say, oh, you got to fly this frame, it's going to be so amazing. Not really. I don't, and I'm not bashing anybody. I mean, I love Mocha frames. I love Protons. I love Campfires. My buddy's frame that he sent me from Serbia, beautiful frame and all, but yeah, am I going to be able to tell the difference? I'm not good enough, probably. And honestly, I would doubt many people are to be able to tell those subtle differences. There's maybe 1% of the population, if there even is a difference. Aerodynamics, I mean, let's face it, a quadcopter is the second worst flying invention next to a helicopter there is. Now, that's not saying I love quads and I love helicopters, but think about it. You lose one blade, you lose one motor, you're done. I've lost motors in fixed wings before, flying wings, airplanes, whatever. You can still fly down. These, not so much, so aerodynamics doesn't play a hell of a lot into it. But anyway, I'm rambling. So that's it. That's the rant. Nothing major. Pray for the families of the fucking shooter in Pennsylvania. Absolutely idiots. And again, if you can help my friend out with his wife, at least spread the word of the link. That would be fantastic. If I could have all 3,000 of my subs post that link to one place, either Instagram or Facebook, for those of you that Facebook, or whatever other media thingies that are out there, please do help another soul out. So, till next time, kids, keep shining side up, and I will see you in a couple days. Take care. Bye.